when I was coming into the, from the airport, I saw the Microsoft building, I saw the Coca-Cola building. So I was like, wait a minute, what's going on in this place? I thought this was like just Serbia, but apparently it's, it's more than that. This is interesting. They got, it says here, the only genocide in the Balkans was against the Serbs. It's a strong claim, actually. It's a very strong claim. I'm sure we have to talk to another Serbian. We spent a lot of time last night doing some chat, but we definitely have to have someone on camera talk about a little bit about the history of Serbia, because I don't know it in depth. Hey, got another brother in Serbia. Let me find out where he's from. What's going on? Where are you from, man? Where are you from?
Cuba.
Cuba. ¿Hablas español?
Seguro.
Qué bueno. Soy de Nueva York.
¿De dónde eres?
Brooklyn, de Nueva York, Estados Unidos.
Ah, está bien.
Sí. ¿Hablas español también? Ah, ok. Qué bueno. ¿Cuántos días estás quedando acá? ¿Cuántos días estás quedando acá?
23 años.
¿23 años? Ok. So, ¿tú puedes hablar Serbia? Un poco. Sí, me imagino. Bien a conocerte.
Bueno.
Ciao.
Bueno.
Vala. I'm from United States.
You came here like traveler?
Yeah, this is my second day here.
Oh, and how is it?
It's all right. I plan to go to Hungary tomorrow just to check it out. I have a car that I rented.
And you vlogging or?
Yeah, I vlog for YouTube.
Really?
Yes, but it's perfect. Do you you know the history of Serbia,
Yeah,
right?
we can talk, man.
Okay.
I'm free. I have free time.
Perfect. So I saw this quote up here. It said the only genocide against the in the Balkans.
I don't know. Do you know what's happening here? Are you familiar with what's going on?
So for the most part, let me.
Yeah, we can talk. I'm not in a hurry. I just talked to the guy because I love music and.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry to take it because I just was interested. So I know the situation between the long-standing situation between Albania and Kosovo in Serbia.
Yeah.
I know you guys have very, very bad blood with each other.
Yeah.
There's a strong claim coming from you guys saying that Kosovo is yours.
Yeah.
But Albanians say no, and then Kosovo is made up mostly of Albanians.
I can explain everything. So, I mean, the current situation in Serbia is not really, all the graffiti you see is not really about Albania right now. We're not but about Kosovo. So Kosovo is like a big part of Serbia. Our church got independence in Kosovo. So first time our church had independence was in Kosovo.
Ah, okay.
There's the biggest battle in Serbia, Kosovski Boy, that happened in 14th century.
Ski boy.
Yeah, so it was against the
Ottoman Empire.
Yeah, and we killed the Sultan.
Ah, okay.
Because it's a funny story. Our guy kneeled in front of him and he pulled out a knife and stabbed him.
Okay, that was tricky.
So Kosovo is really, it's not like some random part of Serbia. It's a really big part. So then what happened? In Serbia we have a problem, especially in Belgrade. There's 2 million people around, maybe a little less.
Okay.
And in Serbia there's 8 million people. So one fourth of the whole country is in one city. And we have a big problem that people from small villages and everything are moving to big cities.
Okay.
And especially Belgrade, especially.
What's the problem with that? It's gonna liven up the economy.
No, but the problem is the people from Kosovo moved to cities. Then Albanian people came normally. They just came. It wasn't. They came to there.
Kosovo. Ah.
Now,
and then it took over the majority.
Yeah. Now it's really big majority.
90%, 91%.
Serbians went away. It's not like they didn't. Okay, there was violence and everything. I mean, I'm not from that time. I wasn't born in the 90s, so I'm not 100%. But they all moved to Nice. That's like the third.
Down south in Serbia.
So they moved everywhere except Kosovo, and there were empty houses. So Albanians just came and were like, yo.
And then claim that it's ours.
Yeah. So now
wow.
So it's the majority, and now Albanians are like, well, there's 90%.
We're here, so it's ours now.
So it's 90%.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's okay.
I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, because I'm just thinking that maybe the Kosovars over there just decided to just agree that it's become Albanian.
No.
Or they just identify with it because maybe you did some atrocities or something.
Yeah, but it's the question, how did 90% of people become Albanian? They didn't just wake up Albanian, right? It was a big process of, after the war with Bosnia and everything, people just started moving away. So it's like...
Right.
and
I didn't know that.
then we had
Wow.
wars because now there's majority Albanians, but it's a big part of history for Serbia. So, I mean, Kosovo has independence. Unfortunately, unfortunately, but it has independence.
Yes.
Serbians just don't want to accept it, and they're blaming everyone but themselves for it.
Okay.
I still think it's a big part of Serbia.
But the Serbs didn't do anything to Kosovo.
I mean, no. I mean, they just went away.
That's it. That's the only
but
thing.
Now the consequences of their actions came, and they're like, well, other people came, so they're like, well, this is ours. It's like you don't live in your house for 3 months,
and then someone comes up, and then you're finished with whatever you're doing, and then they're like,
back and you're like, yo, can I come back to my house?
I'm me now. I'm you now.
Yeah,
right.
And it's I mean, it's an ongoing. Yeah, we have. I mean, if you go to Albania, you won't like get killed because you're Serbian. And
right.
everything.
But there's a conflict. There's obviously bad blood.
Problem is people have it like they think we'll kill each other. They think if there's a guy with Albanian merch, I'll pull out a knife and stab him. It's not. I have some friends from Slovenia because my father is Slovenian. They go to Albania and they always stop here. And they talk to them. They're like, we have Serbian friends. It's like, it's not that like we want to kill each other. It's not like.
It's just bad blood.
Plus, even the Albanians don't like the Kosovars. Kosovars are like the Albanian from Kosovo.
Yeah.
They don't like each other that much.
Why though? Because they're mostly them.
Yeah,
Why?
but it's like they don't stand for that because Kosovars are aggressive to Serbians. It's like now
they're aggressive to
majority.
Serbians.
Yeah, now that they're a majority, Serbians get discriminated on Kosovo. They're like throw bricks at them and.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's not. I mean, okay, of course, Serbia has its bad sides. We came to Kosovo with the army. There was a lot of bad things.
Right.
And we had NATO.
But it's not. It doesn't give people an excuse to throw things at a random person just because they're from Serbia.
Yeah, they throw like at houses of Serbians, like Kosovo. But even Albanians are like, we don't support it. We don't support you being Christian.
It's almost as like being black in America from like the 70s or something.
Yeah, imagine if
the
there
60s.
was like a black person and I just threw a rock.
That's what used to happen. That's what used to happen in America.
I know.
Except now it's a little different. There's just in some of the cities there's a little bit of discrimination, but like it's not as
Serbia,
bad.
For example, I had a talk with my friend yesterday about this. For example, in Serbia, like black people are very, very rare. Like very, very rare.
It's like that in Albania too. Like when I went down there, it was I was getting looked at. I drove around the country and I was just getting stared at.
I mean, especially like in this part, like Serbia, Croatia, and that part, it's very rare. And I'm not sure why, but it's like when you go, this is like central city where we're standing. You maybe see like 5 people. It's like that rare.
Yeah.
For example, I have a friend from Zurich.
Turkey?
No, from Switzerland. From Zurich.
Zurich, okay. Zurich.
And for example, there you have diversity, everything.
Yes, it's very different in Western Europe.
So when I went first time, it was a long time ago. It was like, I mean, I traveled a lot. It's not like my first time. But
Good.
for example, seeing that much diversity for like a Serbian, for example, is just crazy.
Mind-blowing.
Now, what's the bigger problem we have here that I want to talk about?
I was like, what's the problem with people coming here? You said 1/4 of the people in Serbia are residing currently in Belgrade.
Now, I wanted to even put you a bigger problem that's going on in Serbia right now. That's why I asked you a traveler, because it's not a very good state right now in Serbia. Why?
I know, okay. Does it connect it to the protests that happened recently?
Yes.
But that was due to how many, 15 or 16 people dying?
I can explain everything. I go to every protest.
You know best. Sorry.
So you know the collapse and.
I heard, yes.
So the thing is, that was a rail station. That's our second biggest city, the Novi Sad, where the rail station.
Right. Okay. Novi Sad.
Yeah, Novi Sad.
Novi Sad. Okay.
And the train station collapsed, right? Because it was renovated. It was really old and like meaningful station, like in the Yugoslavia and everything after that. And so they renovated it, but it was a bit shady, right? And they renovated it, and like I don't know how much time passed, and it collapsed. So it collapsed on a random, I don't know, it was Thursday maybe or whatever. And the people of Novi Sad were not happy about it, of course. 15 people. Now it's 16. One more guy was in hospital for like a year, almost. No, not a year. 6 months, and now he died. So that's
right.
So yeah, people of Novi Sad went to the streets, protested, everything. and they requested for the documents of the reconstruction. I think it was the Chinese something, I'm not 100% sure. And they wanted all the documents, like who reconstructed it, where, what materials and everything.
Yeah, what happened?
And the Serbian government just didn't care. They were just like,
No, I don't have to provide that
no,
for you.
no, they have to, but they just ignore. They just continue.
They just chose not to do it.
And so the Serbian people, because we as Serbians are very, how do I say, rebelling.
Rebellious, yeah, especially when it's coming from the government level.
Yeah, we're like, very rebellious, but like we don't like when someone's messing with us. That's like,
Why would they refute? Because they know that they were probably trying to cut corners, or maybe
they probably very cut corners, because it's like in Serbia there was a joke. For example, there was a small children's park somewhere on Zvezdara, that's like a park in Belgrade, that costed 24 million dinars. That's like, no, even more. Imagine a kids park that's like $50,000. Even more.
That's you'll never see. Because I'm from New York. That's too low. That's very good.
I have to explain you, but it's like two little horses, like wooden horses, and like a swing.
Okay.
So that's 50,000. I think it was even more. Don't quote me on that, but it's like. And then people of Serbia are like, where we're living. Our prices, by the way, we have, so in America, for example, your prices are, let's say, 2 times higher in average, like...
No, probably even more than that.
No.
Well, in America.
In America, yeah.
Because New York is, I feel like that's a different economy altogether. That's where I'm from, and
but
very
it's like,
expensive.
for example, just to paint you a picture, so it's like 2 times more, for example, prices. For example, milk is 2 times more in
America.
In America, yeah. But your wages are 6 times more than ours. That's what people don't understand. It's not about the prices. It's like our minimum wage. Do you know how much is minimum wage in Serbia?
Per month, I don't know. I heard it's like 600 euro.
No, it's less. It's 450 euro. It's 56,000 dinars. That's 450 euros a month. Just imagine that. So our milk is 2 times lower, but our minimum wage is 400.
It's way lower.
That's what people don't understand. They're like, well, prices are low in Serbia for milk, but it's not even now.
It's not for the Serbian people. It's low for you with 6 times the wages.
Even the problem is now prices are getting even higher. We're matching almost EU prices with very low.
I'm gonna tell you, it was nuts. So I came here yesterday for the first time. I got here at noon. So I went exploring and whatnot. I went from malls, went to different stores, and I'm surprised at how high the prices are. I went to some place called Maxi.
Yeah, that's like our main chain line. That's like like Costco, for example.
But it's not though, because the prices are so wild. It's just like in New York. I avoid places like that because it's expensive.
Imagine, it's almost the same as New York, but we have 450 euros a month. That's $450.
So, and I think I know where you're going. The more people come to Belgrade, the more expensive things are going to be for the people that are
here. The problem now with government
that can't afford that.
Why are we protesting in the first place? So we're just full of like not able to living. We're no more corrupt. We don't want corruption because like we can be walking here and this will just collapse because someone wanted to save €1 million. It's like people don't get it like how big this is. Then we have, then we started protesting. We went to the streets. We peacefully protested. But then Serbian government, I don't know if you're aware with this. They used sound cannon.
Yes, I heard of that. I forgot what they called it. It was
LRD or something like that.
Something like that, but it's like a frequency thing.
So, but you have to like their timeline. First, we
I heard you're not allowed to use that, by the way.
Yeah, but listen to this. So we asked the government, of course, like, why did you use it? They're like, we don't own a lard. Then we saw pictures. Then like, okay, we actually own a lard. We just didn't unpack it ever. Then
pictures of people using the LRD.
Then we saw videos of it being tested, and they're like, okay, we tested it, but we didn't bring it to the protest. Then we saw a picture of the lard cannon on a truck on the protest. They're like, okay, we actually did have some on the protest, but we didn't use them. Then it was, then they were like, okay, there was actually 16 of them on the protest. Like, you know, it's literally like throwing.
All right. How are you?
I'm alright. What about you?
I'm good. I'm from New York. Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I see you with the green.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm from
very
Ireland.
nice, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
You said you saw me yesterday?
No, I came here yesterday.
Oh, you same here?
Yeah.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
What?
What state are you from?
New York.
All right.
The United States.
My siblings are from Atlanta, Georgia. My siblings, They're from Atlanta.
Ah, okay, very nice.
My dad from Atlanta.
You sound Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm a Nigerian origin.
So I'm part Nigerian too.
Yeah, I'm a part
from that
Nigerian,
side.
yeah.
Let's go. How you doing?
Nice
Let's go.
So how long are you staying there for?
2 weeks. Sorry, man. Let me.
No, it's
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yeah. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh,
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm gonna be here till Friday and I fly to Cyprus.
Cyprus. Okay, Greece.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like Cyprus actually. That's
It's Cyprus, an island, yeah?
Yeah.
Very close to Greece.
That's why I keep always relating the two.
Yeah. They're almost Greek anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a Greek Cyprus, yeah?
Basically, good stuff, man. I rented a car. I'm gonna go to Hungary tomorrow. I'm just gonna check out the countries all around. You know,
How far is it from there to Hungary?
like 100 and something kilometers or something like that.
You're going there alone?
Yeah, I'm going there alone. I figured it'd be fine. Why not? You know.
I've been on the road. I've been Hungary several times, so I'm on the flight.
Yeah, this is my first time here. I'm just checking it out and just exploring more.
It's my second time.
Okay. Very nice. I'll see you around for sure.
You're on Instagram, yeah?
Yeah, let me give you my Instagram. There you go. We meet the brothers in Serbia. Oh my God. What a good day. God is good.
Are you YouTuber or something?
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's good. I travel. Yeah.
All right, hold on, it's gonna be, it's supposed to be right here.
Okay.
Thanks. Keep in contact if you want to do something later this week. That's me.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Keep in contact. Yeah, I'm gonna add you once I get the notification.
Okay. Take care.
Peace, man. Good to meet you.
All right, take care.
Enjoyment.
Okay.
Anyways, where was it?
The cost of living here.
Yeah. So the problem, why we're protesting? We don't want to pay anymore. Like.
Yes, process. Yes.
So and the Serbian government's like, we're gonna give the students 20% discount on apartments, and they don't understand. It's still overpriced.
It's still.
It doesn't help.
You know what's? I'm sorry. You know what's crazy about this is that in New York we have the same issue. Once upon a time, like when I'm 33, in the 90s, it was it was different though. New York was a little bit of a dangerous place.
Yeah.
The Bronx, like we have 5 boroughs, which are parts of the city.
I'm a little.
Yeah, Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, Manhattan, and a lot of these places were very dangerous.
Yeah,
so the property value was very, very low. So what happened is that we had a lot of people that made foreign investment into those houses. So they invest. They buy the houses, but they don't do anything with them because it was still dangerous. Then we had different mayors, Rudolph Giuliani, for example, that cleared up a lot of the city, and so on and so forth. And then eventually New York was getting, was rejuvenating. And then people from the Midwest, that they weren't making a lot of money, but it was like select individuals that had high salaries. They came in, started paying all these crazy prices for rent.
So
and then inflated the price insanely. Now New York is almost uninhabitable.
I know that.
There's no way a Korean can go to New York and do their thing. There's no way someone from Eastern Europe or South America can go to New York and have a good time because it's so expensive. The rent for 1 bedroom.
Yeah, I saw the 2 meters.
That's not a joke. That's a studio apartment.
Yeah.
By the way, and that's supposed to be like $1,800, $1,800 USD a month.
That's crazy.
That's just that. Now time to pay for internet. Groceries in New York, it's like Maxi everywhere.
No, but you have to understand, Maxi is the thing. We don't have any other shop.
Yeah.
Maxi, because Maxi.
There's the idea something.
But they're owned by the same person. The Delhaizer, they're like.
But why? So there's no anti-monopoly laws in Serbia, or they just decide not to care because maybe the government is getting paid off.
We have all the laws, but no one is participating in them. Because we have a republic. We're a republic.
You're right.
But we have like a president that is like, it's almost, our president is almost as like a leader. Like what he says is done.
But that's not, I could say that's not fair, but no one cares, right?
For example, one of the bigger problems we had before the protest was Rio Tinto. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Who?
So they're like a mining company that wants to mine our resources.
Gazopan?
No, it's Rio Tinto.
Oh no.
I didn't know even before. Anyways,
right.
They came here, so wherever they go, they pollute everything. They like shit your country, like you know what, like.
Yes.
They need water for the turbines, and
they just take it.
Shit in your water. Okay. So the village people were like, we don't want.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Like this.
And
stuff.
Serbia was like, shh, but you want to know how bad was it? Rio Tinto paid people, so they had to buy property, right? So they paid people houses, of course. But the scariest part I heard, they paid you more if you took off the roof of your house. I was like, why the fuck would you take your roof off? It was because to look more scarier, so your neighbors would sell their house. So
Right, just so they're allowed, like, I guess they could.
Yeah, so they could, so they needed land, right? And
Right.
people were like, we don't want to sell. So they said, if you took your roof off your house, we would pay you more for that house. So we had that problem. First, we had protests, but they were not like this big. They were like people. There was smaller protests.
Right. So maybe the reason why this protest was so big is because maybe the Serbians had enough.
The thing that collapsed, I forgot
the
canopy.
What is it?
The race station.
Yes, the train station.
So the collapsing was not what I want to explain to people. It was not. We don't protest because it is a tragedy, of course. But we're not. It's not the main reason we're protesting. That's like the cup. That's the drop that filled our.
Yes, the drop that the cup that runneth over.
Yeah. So
or the straw that broke the camel's back.
That couldn't. It could have been anything else. Like it could be maybe a bus flipping.
So that's what I was saying. You guys just had enough because
we had enough. It's not about
the problem itself, and it does. I understand. It's unfortunate that people.
It was the trigger.
Yeah.
But the problem was building way more. And I tell you, I'm still in high school. I'm 18. I'm not. But I go to protests. I go to every protest. I support.
Because this is your world. This is your country.
Even what I tell people, even if I move away, which I'm probably gonna, that doesn't mean I'm still not gonna fight. My friends are gonna live here. My probably family is still gonna live.
And it's still even if you change your mind along the way, because you're gonna realize that you will go to another country in the EU, and it's not any better out there. Western Europe is going through its own issue.
I know. They have, but the thing is, the protests here are so it's huge. We have protests every day. You'll probably hear it if we're literally staying for a day. You'll see it. We blockade bridges. We the highway. We went to the highway
roadways too. I was trying to come here, and then there was just a whole bunch of people standing in place.
So we're like, but I tell you, this is like all. This is not just the students. This is like kids. I mean, not kids, but like high schoolers.
College students. It's just young adults.
But now it's everyone. We had the biggest protest. It was on the 15th of March. It was like everywhere. So you went to the center, everything was blocked, full of people. They say there was 1 million. I don't think there was 1 million, but biggest protest in Serbian history. That's enough. It doesn't need numbers. It doesn't need
it's just a monument anyway.
Biggest protest in Serbian history. That's enough.
Yes.
So we had so it was full. So everywhere where there was anywhere now was full of people, like next shoulders to shoulder. I mean, it was more on the streets, not here, but we had this town square was full of motorbikes, everything. So imagine a full square of just motorbikes.
Yeah, I could.
So
it was just wild.
For Serbian standards, it was huge, and people were walking from from their houses. They blockaded the buses, so we just walked. We walked everywhere.
Right.
We had the protests where we walked around the Belgrade to stop it. This is huge. And there's there's protests in Greece right now. So everywhere it's striked a bit.
Why do you think this is it? Because if you study economics, you should know automatically that if a country flourishes, the people will flourish. Well, if the people are empowered financially, then the country is going to flourish.
Yeah.
But for some reason, these guys in government do not care. It seems like the Serbian government.
The problem is our government. So you have
they'll
to
allow
understand
this
the structure
construction
of the government.
Right.
So, we have the leading political party SNS. Okay, they're like the party.
Okay, all right. I've heard
the problem
that.
in Serbia is we don't have opposition. Opposition is past government members. So we don't have any rebellious side.
It's just these guys winning every year in an election.
Every year, and even the opposition is them. In the opposition, you literally have guys. That are from last governments. But they just
This is the problem in Russia.
Yeah, in Russia there's two presidents and they.
Yeah, this is Dmitry Medvedev and Vladimir Putin.
And they just go.
Exactly, it's been happening for years.
The thing here is the bigger problem here. In Serbia, if you join the party, you have big financial stake. In Serbia, people are very. I don't want to say poor, but now
They're
that
not
everything's
well
getting
off.
expensive, everyone that works in government, like whatever government building you work, you have to support the
SNS.
right? And you work for them. And if we want to change the government, it's not just the president or like his 5 people.
It's the
tens
party.
of thousands
Yes,
of people.
the party.
So everyone, like people they join SNS so they can get a free job, right?
Right.
They're like, okay, we're gonna join SNS and I'm gonna work at the police department of something, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally come and join just because you want the position, and then those people vote. They have to vote.
And they only vote for the party.
And even if they don't support it, they vote for the party.
You
because
must.
It's their
Because
job.
yeah, right. They're
People
financially
don't
tied up.
understand, Like literally,
It's
people don't
deep.
have money. They join it because they're like, for example, I don't know, in this building is police. You come and they join and they let you in and they're like, here's your money.
Right.
You just have to vote for us. And that's tens of thousands of people. That's not like 100 people, right?
That's crazy. That's not even.
Yeah, but people don't like. You see outsider news, but you have actually to see from the
inside. This is what I enjoy because you get to see
Yeah, that's
for
why
sure.
Because today I'm not in a very hurry. I just went for school and
Right.
So I want to talk. But
Talk.
I like talking to random
Good.
people. I like meeting people, and I want to explain to you.
Because I didn't know. I'm like, what do you? So the genocide. What is the?
Okay, so the genocide. I mean, that's not the current thing in Serbia, but yeah, the genocide. So the problem on Kosovo, right? The killings and everything. There's
Yeah.
a war, right? For example, why the U.S. bombed us?
Yes, they bombed
So,
2 bombs or something, right?
No, it's not 2 bombs. I'll explain to you. So.
Okay.
What's the thing? So yeah, we had like ongoing war in.
The U.S. bombed Serbia.
I'll explain to you. Yeah. You see, people don't know. 3 months of constant bombing.
No one in. Are you serious?
Our parents lived to them. My parents.
When did this happen?
1999.
It's like 25 years ago.
Yeah. We were bombed for 3 months. They broke hospitals. They destroyed buildings. This was for 3 months straight. We literally stood on bridges and they put target marks and they're like, kill us.
Why would they do that?
Okay, so.
Yeah, let's see. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah.
No one we don't even know about
That's what
Serbia
I'm
as a
saying.
country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So-
Like, we got bombed. I mean, of course, Serbians don't have any petty against
The U.S. I did see graffiti saying F the U.S.
But it's like, there's a random graffiti. Every Serbian you ask not gonna have like, I
Right.
hate Americans. But the thing is, our biggest achievement in that bombing was we took down the invisible plane. I forgot what's the name of it.
Stealth plane? I don't know.
The one that's not on radar, and we shot it down, and then we made toilets of it. It was like a joke. They made like a toilet, and the roof was the wing of the plane.
You see? Okay. All right.
So yeah, the bombing. So we had war ongoing in Kosovo. It was some tensions. I'm not sure. Anyway, so and then US came and they were like back off or yeah. Okay. So we had a bad president there. It was after Yugoslavia, after
The wars.
we had So we had Yugoslavia war. It ended. We got a new president, Milosevic. He fucked us up. So Milosevic, America warned us. They were like, stop this or we're gonna have to intervene. And Milosevic,
Said,
as a
"F
dumbass
you."
himself, said, fuck you, we're gonna continue. And America said, all right, you said fuck you. And 3 months of constant, you know what's constant bombing? We had alarms.
Yeah.
They're like, we're only gonna shoot bases, like, I don't know. But they like shoot a base. For example, this is like a military base and this is like a hospital, okay? And they're like,
For example.
we're gonna bomb this and oops, hospital.
Collateral damage.
Yeah.
That's the most famous phrase in American history. Same thing in Afghanistan.
But you know what's the thing? Why I don't believe in collateral damage? Because once they shot a rocket into a house
Directly.
where Milosevic was in his toilet. He wasn't in the toilet. They miscalculated.
No, of course, but it makes for a good
shot
story.
Exactly, just that room. And I'm like, how can you misfire a whole building? And they destroyed the Ušće. That's like the big tower. I don't know if you saw. There's the 2 towers that we have.
Okay, I'm gonna go check that out.
It's like when you go across the bridge. I go there now. I live on the other side.
Okay.
So there's 2 buildings. There was originally one. The second one was made like a few years ago. That one was destroyed. That was like our telecommunication, the big building.
Right.
And they just bombed it. They bombed everything. Like you literally walk outside, you go to school, you hear alarms, you go home. And that was 25 years ago. That wasn't like 50, 100 years.
This is something. Maybe it was in the news, but this is not something that's talked about.
Yeah, but
This
it's
is
not
not
talked about in America. I don't blame the average American, of course. But I tell you, it's like this was the biggest thing. the funny thing was actually the anniversary of it was like a few weeks ago, right? Where the people stand, I don't know what exactly they did, but it was anniversary of that, like few weeks ago. It happened from like January to March, for example, the bombing. So 3 months, it wasn't like 2 bombs or they broke 1 building.
What was the casualty amount of?
It was a lot, I know that. I mean, yeah, of course. Unfortunately, I know even in hospitals, like even babies, some died. Like this is like some crazy stuff. And I mean, they bombed it, and then the problem with it was they framed us as like genocide people, and they're like, we got
validate
it. Yeah, they're like, we need to save Kosovo. The thing is, America just had interest on Kosovo. You know, in Kosovo, there's a military American base. You have Area 51 on Kosovo. It's not like Area 51, but it's like a huge
But they
base.
did that just to keep you in check.
They need,
Is that it?
No, they have interest in Kosovo. They want the minings. There's a lot of resources in Kosovo, right? So they're like, okay, we're gonna help these. They don't even care about Kosovo. That's the thing. They're like, okay, we have a lot of interest because Kosovo needs help.
That just sounds like American history 101. It's American history 101.
I don't even have to prove to you.
We know this is just something a lot of us don't. Because the problem is deeper though in America, because the average American, first of all, the average 18-year-old does not know American history like you do of your country.
I mean,
that's number one.
But I even know America because in Serbia, okay, I have interest because I watched, for example, the New York thing you explained. I saw a Nas interview like a few years ago.
Right.
That he explained something along those lines. But in Serbia, I mean, I'm a curious person. I like.
I think, and that's European in general.
Yeah, there is.
That's not American. An American 18-year-old, right, has a horrible diet. One, we're overweight. We don't know anything about history. We know more about pop culture than we do about slavery.
I mean, the misconception in Europe, not everyone's going to be educated. Of course,
no, a lot.
Especially for the protest, our generation, like my generation. I'm not even a college student yet. So we talk about this. We talk about this generally. So we are very
patriotic. Yeah.
Patriotic. So we are like, wow, we're Serbians. That's why we know, history, because we're very.
That's not. So the thing is, we're very divided in America.
Yeah,
like we have.
The red and blue.
Okay, yes, there are two parties, okay.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's the same thing in some way to Serbia, because both of these guys work under the interest of the corporations.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, I saw the Trump that he implemented that like the average person's gonna get lower money, but the richer people, I don't know.
But ultimately, they're not gonna say that outright, but that's essentially what's going on.
I saw the statistics, like the percentage, and I was like, what's
middle class? Yeah, middle class has long since disappeared, ever since the pandemic, right? Okay, during the COVID pandemic, you saw the most consolidation. So like you were talking about Maxi and the idea, the other one under the same roof. There's a lot. We have the ride delivery service, like the delivery service. Like you have Volt.
Yeah, Volt, and we have the Globe, the yellow.
Right,
the
yellow Globe. Right. So in America, there was a whole bunch, but during COVID, a lot of these guys consolidated into one. They got eaten up, acquired because
that's what happens here. Then Heiser owns like sorry for interrupting you, but we had even in the protest we had the anti-Maxi protest. We boycotted Maxi for their higher prices.
Yo, I'm telling. When I went in there yesterday, it was insane.
But you know, a person that your prices in imagine New York price is same as in Serbia.
But the wages.
What's the minimum wage?
It's $15 USD an hour. So that is we work 8 hours.
An hour minimum. 3 or at 4 maybe.
Yeah, that's insane.
Versus 15. I saw a video a few days ago, like a guy posted like, is my hour really worth $20? And the comments was, man, my hour is worth like 4.
We don't. The thing is though, we feel it because it doesn't matter how much they raise our wage.
Yeah, I know.
The costs are just constantly going up.
I know.
Like very, very high, and it's absolutely insane.
It's everywhere happening. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in.
That's what it is.
But Serbia, like we had this corruption is the worst thing. Like the prices are one thing. They're also a part of the protest. But we're protesting literally in schools. For example, my friend goes in a school, high school anyway, and their director, most of the the owners of schools, I don't know how you call it in America,
Teachers?
No, like
the owners.
the highest.
Oh, like headmaster.
Yeah.
The principal.
All the headmasters are in the party, you know. So a headmaster. So we started. The college students started blockading their colleges, like not working. People don't go to school in Serbia right now. No one. I mean, the private schools go, but the normal schools they don't go.
But it doesn't even matter, and that's good. That's for them. That's great. For the government, for the SNS, it's great.
I mean,
if you think about it, because okay, the people that are in private schools, that stuff is getting funded directly by these guys, and so they're going to replace those guys and still parrot and broadcast that ideology. The public schools are mainly for the people that are outside of that.
No, but you have but you have to understand. In Serbia, it's not a concept in America. In Serbia, public schools are the thing. Private schools are here the less. I personally go to private school, but the public schools here are like everyone goes to public. It's not like you imagine in America. In America, public schools are like here. It's the main course, like the smart. I mean, the smart. Everyone goes to
public school. Yeah, just like in America, it's the same thing. We have the same thing. But I'm saying, I thought private education is going to be way more expensive and therefore out of reach for a lot of the people that are earning minimum wage.
Yeah.
And so only the people in the private schools are going to like push, you know, that whole ideology of the SNS.
But the problem is, for example, my friend, one of my friends, so he goes to that school and they blockade the school. And their headmaster took the keys from the school and said, you can't blockade. And she took the key. And they had to protest against her, like give us back the key. They replaced her with another SNS person, and then now they have their own requests, like we want for her to give us a normal headmaster. Most of the public schools headmasters are SNS. They're like,
of course, because those are city jobs.
Yeah, but everyone in a higher position in Serbia is in SNS, like non-private. Higher position is in the party. That's the problem. Like people don't get that from outside. Of course, Serbian people, we all know that. We all know the bribery. We had the phenomenon Chatiland. So our parliament building is right there.
Okay, I might have to check it out.
The park next to you can still see that if you go later. So there's we had a park and there's fences around. Okay, we had a student protest, right? They're like, we want the government change. Then the SNS party made an anti-student protest change. They called it the students who want to learn. So they brought people on that camp. So it's like it's a zoo park. It's literally a zoo park. You saw people and they threw food at them inside. So it's the students that want to learn. Now the thing is, there's no students there. They're all fake students. They were like,
are you serious?
There was high schoolers or people with 30 years, and they're like, yeah. So one interviewer, Sharovic, he got arrested, something, I'll explain that later, but he came there and he interviewed and okay, so you want to learn, what college you're in? And he says some private college, and he's like, but you're not in blockade, you can go and learn, no one's stopping.
Right.
And so it's all fake people, they paid to be there. And then, so first day there was no fences, they were just in the park, they put tents up and slept there like protesters, I think. Then they had to put fences because people were like, fuck you, you're selling my country for what, 200 euros? And so those were the students that, then we had on the 15th, where they used sound cans. They put tractors around the...
Are you serious, man?
They had, I think there's a few maybe left, but they put tractors around the whole park. What? So the thing is, what Serbian government is trying to do now, this is a big thing, especially for someone that's not Serbia, the only escape. So Vučić and his government is a very tight position right now. They're very fucked, very, very. So they're like, what are we gonna do? There's one option they're doing right now.
Zdravo. Dobar dan.